All right, today is day 59 of 90 days, the Volunteer Recruiting Challenge, where I'm attempting to recruit 50 volunteers over the course of 90 days. My name is Kenny Conley. I'm the next generation pastor at the Ridge Community Church, and thank you for joining this volunteer recruiting journey. Yesterday, I threw out the idea of let's talk a little bit more about the pre-service huddle for volunteers. It's a great tool really for retaining volunteers. You're developing your volunteers, you're building culture. But today I want to talk about how I believe that a pre-service huddle actually helps you recruit volunteers. During this challenge specifically, I've been telling my volunteers that we're doing a volunteer recruiting challenge, and they are watching new volunteers come to the huddles. And so I utilize our weekly pre-service time to give our volunteers updates of where we're at in our volunteer recruiting challenge and continue to remind them of Sundays that we have volunteer orientations. I tell them, like, hey, just so you all know, next week we have another volunteer orientation. If you know of anyone who needs to be serving with you, have them sign up. I have a QR code on a TV in the room where we do our volunteer huddles. So I engage them to invite their friends. There's something really powerful about an excited volunteer who recruits other people to serve with them. So there's a lot of power in that. But then here's the other thing that I do as well. I host my volunteer orientations, and I host them in the same room where we do our pre-service huddles. So I actually invite my volunteer orientation attendees, my prospects, I invite them to come in time to attend that day's huddle. We've got donuts and drinks and juice and all the different things for them to enjoy, but we let them see what it's like. And let me tell you, there's energy in the room. There's excitement in the room. People are pumped to be in there. And I don't think there's a better place to bring a potential volunteer, but into a space where all their new co-leaders and co-volunteers are going to be. So it provides a certain momentum that 9 times out of 10, they come out of that room and they're jacked, they're excited. And then I take them to volunteer orientation and show them all the things that they're able to do. So I love to incorporate all of them together. Now, a little later on, when you get further down the road, you might not do one large volunteer orientation anymore. You do them distributed and let your coaches lead them. But typically, you always let one of your coaches lead the volunteer orientation in the volunteer room. And there's a great way to be able to do that, to encourage your volunteers that way. So create the space, create the experience, and then invite your prospect volunteers to come and see what it's like to serve in your kids ministry, in your student ministry, and guest services, wherever it may be. And you'll be surprised at how much your pre-service huddle does to recruit people and to encourage people to say yes to volunteering in your ministry.